When KTM refreshed the Duke lineup for 2017, the 200 was barely changed in all, while the 390 got an all-out, up-to-down redo that resulted in a far more desirable and better-equipped motorcycle. The catch? A price hike that pushed its tag to Rs 2.25 lakh, ex-showroom, Delhi. The 200's price, meanwhile, remained unchanged at Rs 1.43 lakh, ex-showroom, Delhi, creating a large vacuum between the two. Enter the 250 Duke, a bridge between the 200 and the 390, with power, features and pricing sitting squat between the two. That seems logical on paper, but does it work well in practice? The 250 Duke is quite the accomplished motorcycle, especially for city riding. First, let's talk about the styling. It looks great, distinctive, and unique. Then comes the engine. It boasts a punchy mid-range. The gearbox is precise and crisp, designed to tackle urban traffic at one end of the spectrum and highway cruising at the other. What takes the cake though is the handling. The bike feels completely at home when riding in the city, whether it is zipping through traffic snarls, overtaking slow-moving vehicles, or just cruising on empty midnight roads. The upright riding position simply makes things better. A great bike then? Yes. A great value proposition? Well, this is where things get tricky. At Rs 1.73 lakh, ex-showroom, Delhi, the 250 Duke is a good 30,000 rupees more expensive than the 200. For that extra cash, you do get 5 HP more power, 5 nanometers more torque, slightly better handling characteristics and a slipper clutch, but performance on the road is not extravagantly better. That said, the 250 Duke, when viewed in isolation, is a well-rounded bike, great for the city and not so bad on the highway either. Thus, if you are looking for a sporty but manageable bike to start off with, and are not exactly pinching pennies, the 250 Duke might just be what you're looking for. Nicknamed the Spawn of the Beast, the 250 Duke looks like a smaller version of the 1290 Super Duke, the beast in question. Full of sharp lines and angles, the motorcycle looks fresh without sacrificing on the elements that make a Duke, well, a Duke. Up front, you have a single unit headlamp, unlike the 390 and the 1290s split units, framed by inverted devil's horn DRLs. Crowning it is the same digital instrument cluster as seen on the earlier Dukes and RCS. As you move into profile, you have the all-new 13.5-liter steel tank that is contoured to provide better knee grip to riders. The tank sits on a black, exposed, steel tube trellis frame that has been modified slightly. Bolted onto this frame is a bright orange subframe which is also all new. KTM claims, this new frame centers the weight better. The seats are also new and the seating geometry has been changed by altering the seating position and the position of the foot pegs. The 250 Duke sports an underbelly pan different from the 200s, it is simpler and less conspicuous. The exhaust pipe is side-mounted on the 250 Duke, unlike on the 200. It moves along the left flank of the bike, dipping groundwards into the first stage chamber, and finishing off in a side-mounted silencer. The 250 Duke is a very attractive bike on the whole. At 2009 mm in length, it is compact, which will come in handy when navigating the urban sprawl, but still distinctive enough to catch the attention of bystanders and passers-by. The 250 Duke will be available in 2 paint schemes, electric orange and white. From the panels, only the 2 side tank ones and the front mudguard receive the different color treatment. The 250 Duke gets the same suspension setup as the 200, upside down 43 mm forks up front and a swinger-mounted monoshock round the back, both developed by WP. The front forks, though, offer only 142 mm of travel, compared with the 200's 150 mm, and feature an open cartridge setup. Stopping power is provided by a 300 mm disc up front, bit by a 4-piston radial fixed caliper developed by Vibra, and a 230 mm disc round the back, chomped on by a single piston floating caliper. The 250 Duke, interestingly, also gets a slipper clutch. The 250 Duke rides on the same MRF Rev C1 tires as the 200, a 110/70 R17 tire in the front and a 150/60 R17 tire at the back.